All right, so this week on Camera Talk, we are looking at some Leica land again. Leica man in Vietnam. That's right. We haven't covered yet the 35 Summilux. It's a legend.
You're a legend in your own mind.
It certainly is. So, why don't you grab yourself something to eat or drink, some recreational devices.
That's some heavy shit, man.
And let's learn about it together, right? So come on down and get you some.
Here I am in Vietnam. Rain is always coming down.
This is Camera Talk with Dr. Scott and Dylan. All right, this week on Camera Talk, as the intro says, we are back in Germany. We got Leica man in Vietnam back for another week, back for another episode, because we have not yet covered the 35 millimeter Summilux 1.4. That's right. Now, normally, as you know, modesty photography tends to lean towards more vintage, more economical, budget-friendly lenses to use or adapt to your modern day cameras, whether they're DSLRs, but mostly mirrorless, because I don't have any DSLRs, so not much I can really speak to about that. So all my gear is mirrorless stuff. So anyway, but this week we are looking at the Summilux because I have it, so why not talk about it, right? And you know, for those who may be new to the channel and have not seen one of my episodes before, a little quickie tidbit about Leica. Yes, Leica is very expensive to get into. I mean, I have two. I have an M9 and an M10 that's out actually for repair because my sensor crapped out on me.
Holy crap!
Hate when that happens. And the repair is not cheap. You know, nothing in Leica land is. So, I'm using my M9 as an example for this week. And the Summilux is a rangefinder manual focus lens. And again, it's not cheap. Brand new, $5,995.
Oh, get the fuck out of here.
It's your friendly local neighborhood B&H camera store. Or you can go on eBay and find it for $4,000 or less. I buy all my stuff used, except that one, because of the fact that I couldn't find a used one anywhere in Vietnam. Here I am in Vietnam, right? Just as the intro song says. And it's rainy season, so it is always raining. But anyway, Leica, if you're holding a camera in your hand, or if you're holding something else in your hand, I don't want to hear about it. But you can thank Leica for that camera that you have in your hand, because back in 1913, Oscar Barnack got tired of lugging around all these big cameras and everything, so he designed a small, basically pocket camera in the format that we know and love today, which is a 24 by 36 full frame size. Now, of course, they didn't have sensors back then; it was all film, but you know, in the cinema, all the films were vertical, and he took that same bit of film and he turned it horizontal and created the camera, the 35 millimeter camera that we all know today as a full frame size equivalent. So anyway, jumping ahead, so the 35 millimeter Summilux. Now any Summilux is going to be a 1.4, but that was in 1960 is when the very first one came out, and everyone said you can't do that. It's optically impossible. No one could do it, but Leica did. And Leica did it very well. They did it so well that they produced that same exact lens from 1960 all the way to 1995, when they just stopped producing it because they came up with a new version in 1994 and produced that one all the way till 2010 because it had some spherical lenses or elements added to the lens collection, which just improved the overall quality of the lens. Now everybody said, you know, hey, that's as good as you could possibly get for a 35 millimeter 1.4. So that'll be it. You know, there's no need to design anymore. But in 2010, Peter Carba, who's the current, you know, lens designer for Leica, made it even better, and it came out with the model which today is more affectionately known for those who have one as the FLE, because it has a floating lens element, they call it, which is a misnomer anyway, because it's actually a group of lenses. The whole back group moves as a group when you're focusing, and it allows for better focusing for close distances as well as far. So so there was a way to actually improve something that was already the best that's out there. And I mean, the way it stands today, this could be the lens for me anyway, because I have one. This could be the lens that will do me for the rest of my days. And then once I kick the bucket, I can pass it along to him, right? You wanna inherit all my Leica stuff, mister?
No!
Well, don't think about getting any earlier. Luckily, I don't have any stairs in my house, so no pushing me down the stairs, all right? So, you know, how good is this lens? Well, it's designed to be excellent from 1.4 all the way through f/16. It's full range. It's the way Peter designed it. All of his lenses that he designs are designed optimally to be best at wide open. So this is 1.4. It's excellent at 1.4, and I'll show you some samples of that in a minute. Its bokeh is very nice, and it's smooth transitions. Nothing gets all mushy, the out of focus areas.
With rich, smooth, buttery bokeh.
Unlike some other, like the Noctilux and other of those, which just blur off everything into oblivion. But this lens, it looks very nice all the way through. It's ideal for street photography, landscape, even portraits. And I'll show you again some portraits I've done of him at the beach. We were in Vung Tau last weekend, so I did some pictures of him and mommy at the beach. And I'll show you some of those. You know, because of its the group, the last element group having to focus together, its focusing ring is a little dampened, as they would say. It's not easy to whoop, whoop, side to side, so it takes a while to do so. Some people don't like it. I do, because it allows me to very fine tune my focus without going too far or whatnot too easily. So I like it. And it's ideal for rangefinder cameras, this focal length as well as focusing. I mean, it's very little distortion as well. I mean, you really have to search for it, be a pixel peeper to find it. You know, taking pictures of rulers or straight walls or brick walls with straight lines or things like this. You know, with bright lights, no big deals, no flaring or ghosting or anything. Coma, chromatic aberrations, all that stuff are pretty much controlled. So it's, again, great bang for your buck. And I know people may say, well, that's too much buck to go with the bang, but hey, with Leica Land, you get what you pay for, though. So some of the specs on this is 9 elements in 5 groups. Its close focus is 70 centimeters, which is typical for a rangefinder. Some are a meter or more, but this 70 centimeters, not bad. The aperture blades are 9 and curved, so they, you know, again, make for nice bokeh balls in the background. We like our balls rounded, right?
No shit, Sherlock!
It's brass, so it's a little on the heavy side for its size. I mean, it's 327 grams. You know, just to show you the size of it, without the camera. Comes with a nice little hood. It's all metal hood. Has a little notch in there so that it lines up exactly in line each time with when you're putting the hood on. So, but look how small that is. You know, a little tiny lens. Very ideal for it's like a pocket lens compared to this is Carl Zeiss 35 1.4. The size of that sucker, and the height and the girth on that thing.
That's what she said.
Compared to, you're not going to put that in your pocket, and it's even heavier than this one. So again, not ideal in that regard. So let me get you a shot of what I normally do is my Canon M50, which is, hey, sit up on your own, mister. He's feeling a little down today. He's got the, for the last few days, he has the hand, foot, and mouth virus. You know, so little spots. You probably can't really see them from there, but little spots on them. And there's a sore throat and all that kind of stuff. Oh, poor you. Yeah. Anyway, sounds like a lot of sympathy coming from Daddy, huh? But it's all part of being a kid. So let me get you a shot of the nameplate on the end of my my M50. The 15 to 45 EFM lens. So I try to focus in on the end of the lens as best I can, just so you know you get a sample of what that looks like. All right, looks good there. 1, 2, 3. And we'll do another one just in case Daddy was a little off. You know, Daddy tends to be off sometimes, doesn't he? All right, now right there. 1, 2, 3. That is right. Yeah. So anyway, that is that, and I'll show you. Nice balancing act, mister. I'll show you some shots of this guy at the beach. They'll be wide open, of course, because I like to shoot wide open with my Leicas, just like Peter designed it for. So here's Dylan and Mommy at Vung Tau at the beach at 1.4. And how about some random stuff? Take some other stuff other than Dylan. Hey, wake up, mister. Other than Dylan. The other good thing, well, I don't know if it's a good thing or not, but because he has this little virus, he has to stay home from school so he doesn't give it to the other kids who probably gave it to him in the first place. But, you know, it's what, 10 to 12 in the morning. So that means we can hang out and do these videos, right? And since Daddy doesn't have to teach at university, I get to stay home too. So yeah, we get to do our thing. So anyway, is there anything else I wanted to talk about with that? I don't think so. Well, how about a little plug for our photo editing software? What do we use? We use Luminar, Luminar AI, and Luminar Neo. And you know they've got all kinds of great bells and whistles and things. A lot of artificial intelligence, which is good because some of our real intelligence is quite questionable.
This mission is too important for me to allow you to jeopardize it.
And another thing is it's economical. $80, right? And it's yours for life. You know, you don't have to pay any subscriptions or anything else. You download it, it's yours. Upgrade as they go. You know, they're always adding new elements and things to it. And again, free. Boop, away you go. So with that said, if you click below in the description, you'll see a link down there where you can get $10 off. So it's like $70. So it's even better. Who doesn't like to save money, right? Yeah. And then we get a little kickback too for that, right? We like kickbacks. Yeah, kickback. And Dylan can save up his money. How much you want to save up? $1 million, maybe. $1 million.
$1 million.
So you can buy all the cookies you want, and so forth and so on. But anyway, so how about you support our channel, right? And subscribe. So how about this hand? How about you get Dylan to subscribe? Oh no, Dylan's already subscribed. We got to get our people to subscribe. Stop squirming around. 2 hands, 2 fingers. Get your finger up. 1 finger, 1 finger, 1 finger. Yeah. And subscribe. And what else does YouTube like besides subscribers? They like the thumbs up girls, right? So we can get a thumbs up from you guys. We can show you the thumbs up girls. Thumbs up. Do 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 do. Thumbs up. Alright, he likes the blonde one in front. I don't think she's bad either, but hey, more your cup of tea though, huh? Alright, so anyway, that's all I can think of for this week. So come on back next week, because what's the name of this show, mister? This was Camera Talk with Dr. Scott and Dylan. That's right. Hey, point at yourself this time. So, yeah, come on back next week. We do one of these shows every single week and every Friday. So if you subscribe, you'll get the little notification going ding ding. Hey, Mr. Scott and Dylan are back for another episode of Camera Talk. So come on back next week, and thanks for dropping by. All right, ready to say bye-bye? Bye-bye.
Here I am, Vietnam. Rain is always